Welcome back to TBM's series of Back to Basics on lean manufacturing. Today I'm taking you to a previous client of ours, which was a cookie manufacturer. You know, the chocolate chip cookies that are hard to resist. This was the case for them too. They had growth, they needed more capacity as demand kept growing. TBM helped them to realize, not by adding another production line, but to get more out of their current production lines by making the most out of the powerful lean tools in manufacturing. And such a tool is called TIMWOODS. TIMWOODS is a framework that helps identify and eliminate waste in all of its forms. Once we identified the losses, we developed a change program to convert the losses in extra capacity. So you are with me and imagine yourself inside the factory, producing thousands of chocolate chip cookies every hour on each line. The goal is simple: don't waste any cookie and produce as close as possible to 100% of capacity. Now here's the problem: most factories don't lose money because they make bad products. They lose money because of waste. Activities that consume time, labor, space, materials, but they don't add value for the customer. And therefore they are well below the 100% of what is possible. So this is where TIMWOODS comes in. TIMWOODS stands for transportation, inventory, motion, waiting, overproduction, overprocessing, defects, and the last one that's usually missed, skills. So these are all wastes that are happening in all these different forms, and they actually reduce that 100% to a lower number of production capacity. A few examples. Take the most obvious is the defects. So as a result of defects, each cookie produced on the line that doesn't end in a consumer pack is waste. So even here, first is to identify all the causes why cookies not end up in packaging. Example, oven temperature is incorrect, causing burnt cookies. A less obvious, which most factory workers don't spot, is the waste of motion. Picture a worker on the production line. He's at the mixing station and he's constantly bending, reaching, or walking around to grab tools. That is not productive work. That's unnecessary movement, and it slows output while increasing fatigue and injury and risk. With waiting waste being more obvious, this one typically has more complex root causes like machine breakdowns or unbalanced production line. And one more example is the skills waste. Imagine a line worker who has a brilliant idea to reduce downtime, but nobody listens because that's not your job. When companies ignore employee knowledge, they waste creativity, experience, problem-solving power, and even more important, engagement. So this is what's the value of applying TIMWOODS. It's simple. Lean helps you produce more value with less effort. In our cookie factory, eliminating waste meant shorter lead times, fewer defects, lower costs, safer working conditions, happier employees, and allowing the factory to produce higher output through higher capacity utilization. Because lean isn't about working harder, it's about removing the obstacles that prevent great work. So next time you walk through a factory, whether it's making cookies, cars, chemicals, ask yourself, where is the waste hiding? And that's TIMWOODS in action right there. So thanks for listening. I hope this is helpful. I'll catch you in the next episode.